guys? Hope you guys are having a good day. Well, today we're going to talk about our science activity for this week. And it has to do with what's called animal movement. So let me ask you guys a question. What is the movement of animals called? It's actually called animal locomotion. Strange word, right? Locomotion sounds like a train. But actually has a lot to do with the train. It has a lot to do with movement. So, the way an animal moves, whether it walks, flies, slithers, swims, jumps, hops, or runs along, or swings through trees, is animal locomotion, the way it moves. Now, it uses three systems for it to move. It uses a nervous system that sends signals to the muscular system that will then move the skeletal system so that it can move. And this happens with most animals. Remember, we do have some animals that do not have bones, okay? So, many animals will move for different reasons. The reasons that they move is to defend themselves. They will also move to hunt, for food. They will also move to find shelter. So we're gonna look at some examples of different animals and their movements and the reason that they do it, okay?
Animal movement, 6th grade science. So, when we talk about animal movement, like I've already said before, it's animal locomotion, right? So, animal movement depends a lot on its habitat and its structure. So, many animals live in different places, right? Its habitat. We have a walrus here in this picture, and this walrus lives in the snow, in ice, right? It's an animal that both lives on land and will actually live for periods of time in the water, right? We have a tiger here, who, or a jaguar, who will live in subtropical or tropical climates. It can live sometimes on land. It also lives up on trees. We actually have a baby alligator here, and this alligator will live on land as well as in water. Most of its life, though, it stays in the water. And then we have a bird that you see here. And birds will live on land and also sometimes near water. Now, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about what is animals that have no backbone. Animals that have no backbone. And we have here in this picture 3 animals that have no backbone. We have an earthworm, we have a snail, and we have a squid. So these are animals that have no backbone. And the first animal that I want to focus on is the earthworm. Now, earthworms are small worms that mostly live in soil or dirt. They move easily in hard surfaces, they don't have bones, and they use something called setae to move. Now, setae is like the little ripples that you see on top of a worm. It uses that to move, and what it does is it does this forward contraction and relaxation of the muscle to move. So it goes forward and backward, and that allows it to move forward, okay? Then we have our next example, and what we have here, I know many of you guys aren't gonna like this, cockroaches, guys. Now, the reason that I wanna show you cockroaches is because cockroaches are very distinct, very unique. They have 6 legs that help it walk. They also have 2 pairs of wings that help it fly, if you didn't know that. Cockroaches actually fly. They actually don't have any bones. They have what's called a hard exoskeleton. And that hard exoskeleton is what helps it move its legs and its wings with the use of very strong muscles at the ends, or at the beginning, of those wings and those legs. So a cockroach can walk, it can fly, and it can also climb. So hey, be careful, guys. Now, the next example I want to give you guys right now are fish. We have fish. Now, a fish is a vertebrate. We know that, right? So this does have a bone, right? The body of a fish is supported by an endoskeleton made up of bones, right? It's an endoskeleton made up of bones. It has a streamlined body, meaning it has that like form, right? It has that very like oval kind of shaped form, and that helps the fish to glide in water. And fish move with the help of fins and a tail. That's what moves it around in the water. Now, some fish also move by bending their body from side to side. Okay, so we see the picture of a fish here, and we see the picture of an endoskeleton of a fish. Okay, and then our last one for today, we have birds. Now, there are two types of movements that birds do. They do terrestrial movements and flight movements. Now, birds, their bodies are better made for flight. That's what their main type of movement is. And they are made by a light and hollow bone. And that allows them to actually take off and are able to fly. Now, the center of their body is actually, their bones are covered by a very strong muscle, like their chest. And that allows their wings to go up and down, to flap up and down, and for them to actually fly. Now, the tail controls the direction of the birds and the flight. And birds can walk and perch on trees. That's why we say that they're terrestrial movements, because they can actually stand and walk around on the ground. Now, some birds are semi-aquatic, such as a penguin, and can swim and dive to find food. Or like seagulls. Seagulls in the ocean will actually fly above waves and look for fish and dive in and grab their fish. So some birds are actually semi-aquatic. And hey guys, let's have some fun. So please pay attention and enjoy.
Alright guys, so let's have some fun. So, first thing we're gonna do, or the first thing you're gonna do is take your shoes off. And we're gonna do a little bit of an exercise simulating how animal movement is. So I want you to find a soft floor, somewhere where you can stand on that's not hard and you're not gonna get hurt. And you're gonna record yourselves doing a few of these exercises. Now, you don't have to do all of them, I wish you would, but if you can do at least 3 or 4 of them, that would be good. You can send them to me and they will be part of your grade. So if you looked at that last PowerPoint slide that we had, where it says, let's have fun, well, there was some pictures there of different animals, right? And some kids doing some different types of movements from those animals. So I want you to relate and copy some of those movements. So the first one we're gonna do is what's called a crab. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna sit on the floor, right? You're gonna move and you're gonna put your hip up, okay? And you're gonna walk around like a crab. See? All right, guys, good. That's our first exercise today. Now, second one, guys. Very simple one. A lot of you guys already know this, right? Many of you already do this at the gym. So, second one, you go down. What do you guys think this is? Okay, so we're gonna simulate what? A frog, right guys? So, how does a frog walk? What's the movement of a frog? A frog hops. So, we hop like a frog. All right, good guys. Third one. Now, this is a little bit of a fun one, right? So, let's do this. let's simulate an elephant. So, what do we know about an elephant? First, an elephant is a big animal, right? And what does an elephant have? That's a snout, right? Snout. Clap your hands together. And how does an elephant walk? Right? That's right, that's an elephant. Alright guys, let's do one more. And we'll make this the funniest one out of all. So I really want to see you guys do this. Come on guys. If I'm doing this for you guys have to do this for me. So, what does this look like? Huh? That's a rabbit, right? That's a bunny. So what does a bunny do? Alright guys, good. Thank you very much guys. I'll expect your videos. Bye guys.